Hi, this is Anil and welcome to the video tutorial for the Learning Lad on C++ programming. So in this tutorial we're going to learn about some standard exceptions which are defined in the C++ and also how to use them. So if you guys have watched my previous tutorial where I have explained about the try and the catch blocks and also the throw keyword. So here in this tutorial we're going to learn about the standard exceptions available in C++. And also in the previous tutorial, I have told that if you want to use the standard exceptions, you guys need to use the header file exception. But in C++, every standard exception classes derive ultimately from this exception class. That exception class is defined in this exception header. The two main derived classes are the logic error and the runtime error, and they are defined inside another header file called std except. So this std except is gonna include this exception header file in itself, and that's why we don't need to use exception here. If you are using only standard exceptions in your programming and you are not deriving from this exception class, then you guys need to use std except. So here in this tutorial I'm gonna demonstrate about the standard exceptions available in C++. So we're gonna use the std except. So first we have the exception base class, and then we have the derived classes from that exception class, such as the bad alloc, then the bad cast, and then bad type ID, bad exception, and logic failure and runtime error. So this logic failure and runtime errors are used to define some more exceptional classes. For example, the domain error, the invalid argument, the length error, and the out of range. These exceptional classes are derived from the logic failure exceptional class. And also we have the overflow error, the range error, and the underflow error. These are defined or derived from the runtime error exceptional class. So here in this tutorial I just want to show you how to use the runtime error exception class in your program. So in the previous tutorial we have written a program which was checking for the divide by zero operation. So we're gonna write the same program here also. So it's gonna be two variables, a, and initialize this one, and b to a value of 0, and we're gonna have a c variable, and then we're gonna form the try blocks. It's gonna be try, and then here inside this try block we're gonna perform c equal to a divided by b. So here this statement is gonna cause the exception, and the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna print out the value of c and c and line. Alright, now we're gonna check for the exceptional condition by using the if statement. So if b equal to 0, the divide by 0 error is gonna occur. So here we're gonna use the standard exception, and since this divide by 0 is gonna occur in a runtime, so we're gonna throw the runtime error object. So it's gonna be throw keyword and then runtime error, and here we can pass a string, and let's say divide by 0 error. Alright, the next thing that we need to do is we need to write the catch block. So it's gonna be catch, and here the exception generated is an object of this runtime error class. We're gonna take that here. So it's gonna be runtime error, and let's take it by reference, and let's say error. Alright, now all of us know that this runtime class is derived from the exception class, and that exception class defines a virtual method called what. So this runtime class is gonna override that virtual method, and that's why we can call that method from this error object. So here we're gonna say exception occurred. So it's gonna be exception occurred, and then let's end this line, and then in the next line we're gonna use the cout, and we're gonna call the what method from this error object, and it's gonna be error dot what, and that's it. In the previous tutorial we have thrown a string value specifying the error, and in this tutorial we are throwing an object which is of this class runtime error. So here I'm going to save this program, I'm going to build and run this. Okay, so now you guys can see we have exception occurred, which is from this cout statement, and then we have divide by zero error, which is the string that we have passed to the object or the error object, and we have retrieved that using the what method. And also we have some other standard exceptions available which we can use in our program. Here just for the demonstration purpose we have used this runtime error. So this is it guys, this is how you guys can use the standard exception which is available in C++. So thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.